Hey, hi, this is Vishal, and today's topic is session hijacking. What is session hijacking? It's involving an attacker using capture, brute force, or reverse engineering session IDs to seize the control of legitimate users' web application sessions while that session is still in progress. So the victim is trying to log in on the server using username and a password. So once it's logged in on the server will give him back access of that website, but with a session ID. For example, this is a session ID of victim. Now what happened? Attacker will steal that session ID by using the cookies hijacking or session hijacking methods. So now attackers having the session ID only. The next time, okay, so why server is giving victim session ID? Because of once victim is logging using the user and password, next time or the next day or the next of the next day, victim again log in on the server, but at that time, victim don't need a user and a password for the login. Already session is stored on the victim's browser, so that browser will send or the forward the cookies or session. Actually, it is in a cookies. That cookies is sent to the server. Okay, the server will acknowledge that cookies is belong to that session's ID and that session ID is belongs to that victim. Victim is Vishal support. So Vishal already log in using the user one and user password 1234 previous day from his PC and his browser. So server has acknowledged me the session ID and or the cookies, and it is stored on the browser. Now attacker is come across and hack my session ID and cookies using the session hijacking method. That is a different thing. How he hack? That is a different thing. He got that user session ID. Okay, attackers got the session ID of my login. So now that is session IDs look like this. Attackers will inject or modify attacker's browser. So attacker's PC is different, attacker's browser is different. Okay, he just got the user ID, session ID, okay, of my login, that is session. So now attackers will modify the browser of its system and inject that ID, session ID. Now after injecting that ID, once he refreshes the Facebook website in his PC, he will appear my login because he already steal my session ID. Now whether and now what happened on the server side? Server suppose that that session is belong to Vishal and give him access back. So server will not understood from where that sessions is come from, attacker PC or Vishal PC. Server only the know that that is a session ID which is authorized. So the attacker is just manipulating server by sending him same cookies to the server. That is called session hijacking. So how to do that? Let's do the practical. I have the website name is testphp.vulnweb.com now. And the another here is I have a Zap tool, Zap proxy. So Zap proxy is intercepting the traffic from my browser to the Zap tool. So for transfer the browser traffic to the Zap, I want to assign or I want to enable a proxy on my Chrome browser. So just search here a Chrome // and setting. So it will appear like that. Now type here proxy and click on open your browser proxy setting. So what I'm doing, whatever the traffic is sent from my browser, it must be forward to Zap tool. Click on the no, I don't want to persist. Start, maximize. Okay. Now remember, click on that button, set break on all requests and a response. So what happened? Each and every traffic will be forward to the Zap. We will manage or we will intercept that traffic later here. Now, let me refresh this page. Okay, nothing happened. Why? Because still I have not enabled the proxy. Okay, whether I click on anywhere else, that page will be open. So just click on the sign up. The page is responding me back on the browser. But what I want to do, I want to send that traffic to the Zap tool. For that, I want to do like just go to setting, click on the open, your computer proxy setting and enable here a user proxy server. Type here 127.0.0.1, the port number 8080. Save it and minimize. Now again open login page, refresh it. Okay, it will appear like that. Click on hide, advance and click on process. Proceed to the text vulnweb.com. Now maximize zap tool. Look at here. This is a normal intercept traffic. Now you can click on unset break and forward it again. Minimize again. Look, the page will appear here. So the response, further response will be appear here. Till it will not responding you back. Okay, like that. So now what I am doing here, I'm just bypassing the page, adding that SQL syntax and login. Now page is sending me the response here and it's updating back here. So I'm not intercept the traffic on the Zap. I just showing you whether I type that code, it will give me the access. So it's an SQL injection. It's a different thing. So let me log out first. And now again start my proxy. Just let's get the response here. So click on sign up, login. Okay, now start proxy here and again type here your SQL code and send it to here. Loop. When I maximize this, look at here, the post method is this, the connections, lane, cache, okay, cache and all. So if I see here, or if I see here username is something and something. Let's stop this or let's respond. Let's check the response. Okay, by forwarding here. Okay, the response is here. You getting the access actually. Okay. Now this is the page what we got the response back. But here you can see the header part. A set cookies is like login and text and something text. So this is a kind of your cookies. Okay, in the form of like text. Might be this is the user and the password, but this website is a a vulnerable website. So that's why they are not giving you actual session cookies, but this is a login a sessions cookies. If I like to minimize the process, still this is in the process, under process, it means what, once we getting the access we'll get a sessions or the access of that website. And this one is your cookies, or the cookies, it's a login cookies. So I'm just copy that thing and stop the break and forward the entire thing. Look, we're getting the access actually. So this is just I copy the cookies for the further, right? Now let's log out again. Now done. Now I'm a normal user, right? I'm a normal user. Okay, and whether I have a cookies, and let me just refresh the page. There is nothing. Okay, I'm not login user now. Okay, let's click on the sign up. I'm not login user. All right. Now again I am start a breakpoint, refresh the page. Listen, here I am not login user. I don't having any password. So refresh the page, maximize zap and set the header. Break the header after the connections, paste here like cookies colon and space. So this is my cookies which I added here. Now again, like, check the response, forward it, break, and forward. Look, we got the access, logout access. What happened here? It is directly giving me access. I'm just logging. I'm logging as a test user. So without having user and a password, without typing user and password, I just replace the cookies here and boom, I got access. So I got access. Why? Because just cookies. Whether you're having any cookies or this which is a live or existing, not expired, you can replace the sessions of that particular sessions user. Okay, if I hack, you know, XYZ user session and replace it here, okay, I can easily access that XYZ user account from here, like that. This is the session ID. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.